Yeah.
I was trying to fade the music out, but I
I'm
couldn't do all.
sorry.
I'm trying to do all this and that. I was like, dang it,
This is a typical
another thing.
horrible start.
But, oh, he said he didn't want to be on, but he's on camera right now. Welcome to episode 41. We'll turn it off of you if you.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is right up in your face.
Give the people what they came to
What is
see.
this?
Man, come on.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
Marlene, there's your
Come to see
camera.
the show.
Yeah. Okay. So we totally didn't have everything ready like we thought. But episode 41 of the Blue Wall Podcast, and we have scored a tech guy.
Maybe,
Right?
yeah. He should be on the schedule for hopefully next week, but
And his
Yeah,
name
okay.
is. You can speak it. You won't be on there if you want to talk.
I already turned the mic. I think I already turned the mic off.
Yeah, you're good.
Grigorovich.
Yeah, hola.
That's what my
You'll
wife.
be allowed to speak on if you don't want to be on camera, even on the if you come in and do it, you'll
You can still say
let's
funny
speak. You don't
stuff
have
if
to-
something
you
comes
don't
to
have to
mind.
just-
Is what
I
he's
can
saying.
chime in every now and
like,
then.
no, you shut up, get in the corner. Get in the corner.
Quiet down over there.
Yeah. No,
Turn around. You don't need to see us.
You
Turn
just
around.
push the buttons.
No eye contact.
Yeah. Don't look at the guests.
Good stuff.
You want a water? What is this? An orphanage? You bring your own water.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be great. It's like since day one, that's what we've been saying we need.
Yeah, if you go up through my notepad,
My notepad.
my notepad, I guarantee you, there's at least 5 mentions of we need a tech guy.
Tech guy.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll be here on a consistent basis.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I think that's going to work out, guys. I
No
really do.
pressure, though.
Yeah, I really
Sweet.
do.
Yeah, no, it's cool to have the more people we can have here, the better.
What's going on at work, man? You got any tournaments or anything coming up?
Yeah, next weekend or August 10th,
Up
the
in
grappling tournament in
Lancaster?
Lancaster tournament. Yeah, the MMA style grappling tournament.
Yeah. Is that the
in
one
the
that
cage.
you go and you stream it with your phone or something?
I've done it before. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I remember seeing a couple of those.
yeah. I did it with my phone. And then a couple times I just recorded it and then downloaded it later.
Downloaded it. Yeah. Yeah, not bad though. I'm saying my phone's got good quality too, so we should do.
Yeah.
We need to do some on location stuff. I think we've talked about this
Yeah, I
before.
just put my phone way up in the corner, kind of back
Yeah.
away, and you can see the whole cage.
It's awesome.
I caught it all. Yeah.
Let's do that on YouTube or anything.
It probably is on YouTube too now. Like, but it was on. I did the UStream live.
Oh, that
It
was
was
the
like
one.
live right there.
Nice.
Because they didn't have Wi-Fi. If they had Wi-Fi, I would have been able to hook all the cameras here, like these cameras up, and do it live.
Oh, yeah.
But my phone was the only way to do it live.
You still have the bottle opener?
Yeah. The coffee grinder.
But those tournaments aren't hardcore if anyone wants to
Yeah, it's
get in them,
beginner
man.
to
Right? Yeah.
intermediate.
It's just for practice and experience getting to the cage, taking direction in a corner and taking direction from the side. And there's a guy that's pretty good in there too, and he wants to win too. So
Yeah. We're gonna have to change this.
not getting enough of the deke
Uh.
or chubs.
Well, there.
Yeah, he's got to zoom in on your face.
Yeah, looks good.
There we go.
It's a matter of opinion.
Looks really
Oh
good.
yeah, you're beautiful.
I mean, obviously, you're the muscle. I'm the looks.
Yeah.
Marlene is the wild card. Greg can be the brains.
The brains.
This will be the only time
Yeah.
you'd ever be the brains in your life, but enjoy it.
Thank you,
It was
gentlemen.
perfect. He actually came in and did what we needed done tonight.
Oh yeah, fix something.
Saved the Wi-Fi stuff.
All right, so you passed the exam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Got
was
us
set
up
up.
and running on time.
All right.
All right.
If you really want to, we'll let you.
Yes.
Definitely. So, Marlena, why were you trying to ditch out on coming on the podcast with us?
I just had things to do.
That's a good reason. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good reason.
Things.
She got things to do. I mean, how can you can't even argue with that, really.
I have things to do. We just got here. Like, we've been gone.
Yeah, I
all
know.
day. New stuff I got around the house to
Things
do.
and stuff. So that's
Things and stuff to
foolproof.
do.
Stuff and things, yeah.
I can fill a lot of
Anyways,
time with
last
stuff
time I
and
didn't want to
things.
come on, I was practically asleep during the podcast.
That's true.
Like,
You were
well,
drooling
I said
like
I did not want to come
I
on.
did
and
see that one.
I still came on, and I just sat there.
Yeah. You didn't say anything.
I said
Who was
like
here?
10
Jordan
words.
was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when you came in last minute, and we had to
You
change
interrupted everything.
Well, I just
Like,
thought if
We
I
were
didn't
like
come
15
in,
minutes
you
late.
guys acted like I should have came in, so I came. Even though I didn't want to, I just did it.
We asked you long before that.
And I was on the fence about it. I got stuff to do. Like, I gotta watch, like, reruns of Game of Thrones for the new season. I gotta catch up.
I think I just got done with season 3 of Game of Thrones.
You want me to ruin the rest of it for you?
No, do not.
Everybody
don't
dies.
Don't you dare! I know that. I
Everybody
know that.
dies.
Don't you dare ruin it for me. I gotta wait till the library gets it. I don't watch anything up to date. I have to wait till the library gets it, and then I get to watch it for free.
Don't be a jerk, Marlena.
But the reason I do like the series is because it's like, hey man, this guy's cool. He's dead. Like, oh man, that was my favorite guy. Oh well, I'll just keep. Oh man, this guy's dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You like that guy?
Keeps you guessing, man. That's
Yeah.
good.
So, season 3, what happened? What was the series?
It ended with she just slaughtered some people and got her dragons all together and got her little army down
Okay,
in the
Daenerys.
south. And
Some other shit had to go down because it's a season ender. So I know, like,
who died?
Who died?
Some major characters died. The king shot a lady to death with a crossbow in his room.
oh yeah, Joffrey.
Yeah. And I don't know, some other. This is probably a horrible review I'm giving of the series, but it's good. I like it.
I'm trying to comment and not give shit away.
The
Does Jamie still have his arm?
the dead guys in the north are like about to the wall.
Mhm.
Jamie does not have his arm
Okay.
cut off. Kata! Like rich people just whenever they get captured by bad people, they just cannot keep their mouth shut. You know, it's just arrogance. Arrogance. It'll get your arm cut off every time.
So he gets a golden arm.
Because of rich
Oh,
people.
come on, man! Now I'm not going to be amazed by that.
Oh, no.
God.
And it's not
La, la, la,
heavy.
ba, 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 ba.
It's
I'm just
robotic.
Yeah.
I'm going to forget it.
He's gonna tell you all the good stuff. He gets the
No,
golden
never
arm.
mind. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's
Then
talk
he
about
rapes his sister.
let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't give that away.
I don't
for
wanna
everyone.
know
It
anything
just came out. You can't give that away.
I can say it's a good movie. I think everyone should see it. The soundtrack is awesome. The comedy is awesome. It's like I don't know if you've seen read my review or not, but I reviewed it pretty thoroughly.
I had heard.
Where
It's
do you
kinda like-
post your reviews. Who reads your reviews, Deke?
Anybody who watches it on Blue Wall Podcast,
Oh, okay.
I read them, and I make Sarah read them, and I probably make my mom read them, and my sisters too. Anyone I can make read them, I
Well, there
get
you
them.
go. Like if I wrote reviews, that's who would read it too. Buddy, my mom,
Yeah.
maybe my sister.
But it's good. It's like basically Spaceballs and the A-Team mixed together. It's very funny, but it's also real like space adventure. It was a different type of comic book movie. It wasn't like the Iron Man movies or anything that they have going on with that series, the Avengers. They all feel different. They feel like big Hollywood movies, and this just feels like
What's it
feels
called?
like a comic book.
Guardians of what?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I hope
Even if you
yeah.
don't like comic books, if you just like space adventures, like things like that, it's a good movie for that. If you just like comedies, it has quite a bit of comedy. I would even say, it's a funny movie.
And not your dumb one-liners like you're getting with a lot of these movies.
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah. Chris Pratt is just funny naturally, so it worked out well for him. And it felt like it had good writing. It had just enough CGI and just enough, real stuff. I don't know. It was a good movie. Someone would probably say it was the worst movie they ever seen tomorrow, I guess. I don't know.
From what I heard, it got like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
They're doing great.
That's real good.
But can you imagine? You said it cost them $17 million
Whoa,
to make.
Make.
170 million.
$170 million.
Yes.
No movie costs $17 million.
Yeah.
What movie?
Cheap.
Deke's
Hold
movie.
on.
Sharknado.
Travis's movie.
The original Paranormal Activity.
Okay, yeah.
God.
It was a horrible movie, but they banked.
Blair
They
Witch.
banked enough to
Blair
make
Witch.
4 of
Blair
them.
Witch Project.
Blair Witch.
That was probably like $1 million.
If you can trick people into seeing
Probably
it,
less than that.
You're
I think
rich.
yeah, I think some of these movies have been made for like around 50,000.
yeah.
No name actors.
I know it was a long time ago, but the first, what's his name? Bruce. He's a He's a B movie actor.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. What was that movie he made? The first one.
Keep digging.
You're gonna make me remember this. It's like either Evil Dead
There you
or
go.
yeah, Evil Dead 1, then the Evil Dead 2, then the Book of Evil or something like that. Yeah. The third one was my favorite one because it was funnier.
The Evil Dead.
But a cheap movie?
Yeah.
But it's hard to make movies, I guess. That's why not too many people do it.
At least original movies.
Yeah. What can you make a movie about that hasn't been made before?
Yeah. What can you? It's what it is how can you make something that's already been made but make it different, or you know what I mean, about the same
Yeah,
topic. But
or you can do
that's
that.
how you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like there's been so many made about everything. It's hard to make a different kind of movie.
That's why Pulp Fiction was so damn good. I mean, that was so off the wall.
Yeah.
Everything
I
that
like
happened
Natural
there.
Born Killers too.
Well, that's different too.
Natural Born Killers is a good movie.
It was a good movie and it was weird and off the wall,
It
and I
was.
was like, it's not a movie my wife would like, but it was a movie I loved and probably watched at least 7 or 8 times by now. I've watched it several times.
Woody does a good job.
Yeah.
He does.
The one that blew my mind was Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh,
I
that
had
was
no
so
idea.
weird.
I didn't know anything about vampires being in it.
Dusk to Dawn was like 3 movies in one. Like
It
it
blew
was
my mind.
yeah, it was weird.
I was like, oh, when everybody turned to vampires.
Yeah.
I was like,
Spoiler alert if you
Yeah.
haven't seen this movie from the 90s.
Who hasn't
Yeah.
seen Dust Till Dawn?
I don't know, somebody.
It's got to be like some limitation rule. I don't know if it's 10 years or what, but there needs to be like a
yeah, you
set
could just
rule.
blow the cover
Yeah,
after.
you can just.
Should be like a year.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to get out
sure.
of here.
All right, man.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Yeah, I will definitely.
See you next Sunday, man.
Be on it Sunday. Yeah, I will definitely. I already told her.
We'll have everything set up.
Yeah.
Like it'll probably be the first time we ever go on air with I don't know. We used to check everything a lot before we started and have it all perfect. But maybe we'll hit a home run
Yeah, we'll try to get it going well.
straight into play.
I'm hiking tomorrow. Are you interested?
Oh yeah, I have to go hiking early, like 10. Is that what you said? Yeah.
I'm waiting on.
All right, 'cause-
I'm waiting on the other guy, and we'll find out.
Going camping up at my Uncle Bob's up in Columbus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got a little lake there. We'll go camping.
That sounds like a good topic.
So- Yeah, hell yeah.
Get a hold of me. tomorrow.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
do.
Take it easy.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
So we could talk about Deke going camping.
All right.
Deke tells the best camping stories.
The best camping
Yeah, he
stories?
has nothing but the best camping stories.
I don't know if I have any good camping. Mostly when I'm camping, it's hanging out, looking at stars, and sitting by a fire. You know, sometimes if you go in winter, you're up and it sucks, and you're trying to keep warm by the fire. Things like that happen, but
I've never went camping in the wintertime.
oh, it's fun. There's no bugs. All you got to do is you have to have the ability to make a fire. If
I
you can
don't-
do that, you can survive all night long.
I don't stay warm very well.
Well, if you have a fire, you're going to stay warm because it's fire.
I just naturally get cold easy. So outside, I imagine I would just be cold the entire
Build a
time.
fire, get a bunch of rocks, stack them up, and make a big heat wall.
Igloo.
No,
And
just
sleep
make a
on
heat
it.
wall to bounce the fire back in your direction, and that's all you need.
Is that it?
Well, yeah, basically. Because you can, if you just keep feeding the fire all night, you won't freeze to death at all. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Are you looking at? Are you doing something over there?
Me? I'm trying to do some. I was trying to do something.
But anyway, yeah, I don't have any good camping stories because there's not much excitement that goes on. Just a lot of relaxation,
Chilling,
chilling.
chillaxing.
Set up camp, make a fire, and that's your night, man. Just sitting in front of the campfire.
Marlena, what's your idea of what camping is?
My idea of camping, like
Yeah.
as a child, how I went
No,
camping.
like what you think's
what I think
proper-
Deke does.
Yeah.
You told me he camps with a freaking tarp. So I imagine Deke goes out there and because he's cheap, he gets like a couple like cans, like, and he doesn't have a good can opener. I imagine like one of those old like Swiss Army knife like can
I
openers.
wish I had one of
And
those.
he has like a couple like cans of beans, and then like some
Mm.
random the cans that they sell at the grocery store that nobody knows where it is.
Yeah.
He brings those too. Some water, probably from a big jug, like how you walk around with the big jug, and then I don't know, but you got some flint rocks, and you get your fire together, and you hit your flint rocks.
It's too
And,
cheap
I
to buy
wish-
matches or a
Yeah.
lighter.
I
Yeah.
wish I was that good. That would be awesome if I could be that cool to be able to do that. But
You know why? Why she's saying that? Because I'm that cool.
I do tarp camp and
I've
just
never seen you start a fire. Like I tried to get you to start a fire like last week, and you never did.
No, I got.
you know, you can
sidetracked.
take fire starters and things like that to make it easier. I always have fire starters because I don't want to get stuck in the winter without fire. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to prove anything. And you don't take cans. Those are heavy, man. You take ramen noodles, light, really light things that
Oh.
you just put water in. You can't take cans of things. You'd be too heavy. And you just take like 2 small things of water and then you take a filter. And then whenever it's time to cook, you take everything down, fill everything up, all your cooking pans and your water containers, and that's it. Gotta have a filter. It's hard carrying a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I do got a lot of good camping advice. I'm
Well-
kind of a local camping expert.
Why don't we have camping tip of the week on the Blue Wall podcast?
Yeah.
Write it down.
like I got a lot of good tips.
Don't write it down, so we'll do it.
Do you try to forage your own food? Like, do you find
Negative.
like grasses and other like odd plant
Mushrooms.
life that you can eat? That you
Again,
know
I
is
got to
edible?
tell you, I wish I was cool enough to be able to do that.
So you're not that badass.
I'm not.
Okay, Marlena was asking about Project Badass. Like, is there a badass headquarters?
Basically, Gregory's garage. We'll take pictures.
base.
Listen, it's like, yeah, it's a
Did
nice
you about
base.
drop an F
I've
bomb?
just about dropped a
I
nice
think he
F
kind
bomb.
of dropped an
Oh.
F-bomb.
I think I kind of did, but I
It
did it
came
over here.
out, like,
I did
oh.
over here like a sneeze. I was like I was sneezing. But we've got several watercraft. We have a literal badass fleet of like kayaks and canoes, and we even have a raft to go rafting. It is a nice group to be a part of. And that's where
See, there's really a headquarters. What was I saying there? You guys should change your name to
it's on Orange Street.
Dorks Taking Walks in the Woods.
Dorks taking walks in the woods.
Yeah.
I would probably go by that. I'll write it down.
Dorkass or something. Project Dorkass, is that what you said?
Yeah, I might have said that. Yeah.
I'm writing
Dorks
it
on
down.
kayaking trips. Dorks in the wilderness.
Dorks in the wilderness. That would be a little better. See, that is funny YouTube stuff. We could get that done for you if you needed that. acted
Dorks in
out.
the wilderness.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Get it done.
We need
We could have
video.
Deke in there. Like, where's the matches? I don't carry matches. They're
Matches?
Like $2 at the gas station.
Give me that rock. Give me the back of that.
rock. That rock.
And it just sparks up
Yes.
super quick. Done.
You
Get
try
out
to
of
rub
here.
2 sticks together.
See,
I
that would
remember
be
as
funny.
a child, yeah, everyone's saying that you just rub 2 sticks together. I don't know anybody who's ever started a fire that way, unless you had like a lot of brush and.
I have seen people start fires really quick, less than a minute with friction.
Oh yeah, less than a minute.
Less than a minute.
with a
with a
wood on wood on
Yep.
wood on.
They spend like 40 minutes just like getting it like warmed up, and you get like a black powder underneath where the stick goes into the wood thing that you're rubbing it on. And then once you get a pretty big glob of that up there, that's whenever you start going really hard. And then that's when it'll start to smoke, and then you'll see the amber, and you just let it sit and kind of build up a little bit. And like less than a minute, they can do it, man.
Wow.
It's almost amazing. Like, man,
Project Badass guys can do this?
No, heck, I
Oh.
don't think anyone can. If
So they're another non-badass.
that is
thing.
something that I have tried before. It is hard to start a fire like that. I've tried it before. It's just not easy.
You haven't done it?
I've never been able to accomplish it. I need to practice more, I guess. It's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, it's like you always just think like I can do that. I can do it. I'll just rub some sticks together if
Yeah.
I have to do
Tom,
it.
Tom Hanks did it on Castaway,
Yeah.
so I can do it. His
I mean,
hands
I
is
saw
all
him do
busted
it.
up.
He just did it till his hands were raw. It doesn't matter. You'll do it. Yeah.
But I was reading this thing on Yahoo. It said solar flare event like 1859 due. Scientists warn.
Yeah, well, that was last year.
Food, gas, and money unobtainable. Well, money wouldn't be so important anymore if that happened. So, if the Earth gets plunged back into you can't really say no electronics. Limited electrical activity, like, what would you do?
What's limited? Like no cell phones and shit.
I'm trying to think of a year. What, if a solar flare hit, I mean, I'm sure there would be a lot of things running. Mechanical things would not be affected, just the electronics in it, but you could always get around that.
Would you just have to rebuild like electronic, like if it was like the electronic
See,
chip
I
went
think
out?
so.
Would you just have to rebuild it? And
I think you would
replace
have
it?
to replace and rebuild things. I don't think it would be out forever. And maybe if it's a big storm that's flared up for over several years, like 78 years is how long it's going to last, estimated. So you could show like day 60 or year 50 or 60 in it.
I think you would adjust to it.
Yeah, so let's get into some details. Who is going to conquer the world? If there's no nuclear, well, there's still nuclear waste. But if there's no nuclear missiles or none of that, what country will
There'd
rise
probably
up
be
to
more
dominate?
nuclear fallout because they don't have computer chips and nobody be going to freaking work. Someone realized that like the power plant needed some cooling. It'd be
We've
all over again.
we've learned how to kill so civilized nowadays that do you think we could go back to that sword? Yeah, I
We
guess
can't
we could.
kill civilized.
What are you talking about? We kill each other with drones and bombs.
not
and
civilized.
Yeah, it is. It's long distance.
There's no civilized
Trust me. We don't kill
killing.
people the way
Killing
that we
is
used
not
to.
civilized.
Yeah, it kind of is. Some of it is. Yeah, not all of it, but some of it is.
People just walk up out of the studio unspoken.
Like, we're going to go to war. Okay, we are going to go to war. All right, we're at war. Let's fight now.
Yeah.
Instead of just sneaking into camp and
Okay, we're gonna
slitting
go to
throats.
war, and then we like send all these drones up to fight. That's,
Our drones won.
yeah.
Aw, man, we was close, though. All right. That would be a weird way to fight. If just drone capacity. Okay, but anyway, you wouldn't
We're
have
the drone.
drones. If the flare went off, it would be like, where would you do? Like, fucking, oh, man, daggone it. Right now, if it happened, what would be your first action? Cars would not work.
Okay.
I don't know. If you had some old, all mechanical or some type, you have a bike though. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in good shape, so you'd definitely be able to outbike me in a heartbeat. I could never keep up with you in like a long distance jog or anything at
No.
this moment that I'm at right now.
I have an extra bike, dude. It's cool. I got you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, Marlena's gonna need it.
I got another bike.
Okay, perfect.
I got like 4 bikes.
From here, if I was here, I'd just go out to my dad's house. He lives right here, where 28 Y's off of 50. I would go out to his house.
I know somebody that lives out there too, so it would be a good area to be in.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
you could be able to have a community. They have good friends around there. It'd be a good little community.
Exactly. And they're just well
And
supported.
they have like a community garden even.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And then they'll be like, "No, you're not from our community.
yeah.
Get out of here."
Well, I mean, you got to be charitable though. You got to help people.
Yeah, we'll bring something.
Yeah.
Us. We'll plow your garden.
No,
Pick
well,
the
I mean,
weeds.
you might just have to give them like, here, look, man, scraps. That's all we have. But I mean, as long as you're giving them something to eat.
I brought these rocks out of the creek.
Yeah, that's where so we'd be in a good area, and from there,
And there's
I
a
don't
river,
know,
or
man.
a creek or a river or something behind there.
do you think people would go crazy or kind of try to stay civil? It's hard to tell, man. Hard to tell.
It would go a little crazy.
I'm sure it would go a little crazy, but
Because
how crazy?
no electronics, people are going to go be robbing and looting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've lived without electronics before, and people didn't always. I mean,
Yeah, but-
people have been robbing and looting forever. They're never
Well,
going to
no,
stop
like
that.
at
No
places
matter.
like
All right,
when I lived in Texas, the electricity, like we went through Hurricane Ike, I think it was, and like there was no electricity for like 2 weeks, and you just kind of got used to it. There's no electricity, no water, and you couldn't drink the water for the first week at least. And like it came out like slightly. A lot of people were taking showers with garden hoses. And like there was this place down the street that had electricity, and like everybody like in the like 10-block radius would go over there and charge their phones, but a lot of the cell phone towers didn't work, and you just kind of adjusted to it. Like I got out of work for like at least 3 days.
But you still had somewhere to go to get electricity. What if there was within a few days, everything electrical oriented or related would be done? Or if not,
Well, everything in our house electrical was done.
Yeah.
That was just pretty much our cell phones, and we would plug in the laptop and we'd charge it. And
hey,
then,
cell phones and laptops are nice though. Even if that does a lot. If you didn't have that,
yeah, but we didn't
be
have
even
service
worse.
either, which didn't make any sense. Like for some reason, the payphones worked perfectly fine.
landlines,
Mm-hmm.
well, it's in the ground.
But nobody's gonna have a landline when that happens. It's gonna be like 10 landlines in the whole city.
What would you try to just protect that area, or would you try to go somewhere to a different area?
I don't know. There, like I said, there's water behind there,
Water.
like a river or a creek or something.
Oh, okay. That North Fork.
Like,
No,
you know what I mean? Like-
is that North Fork or no? Paint Creek, North Fork Creek,
Well, I don't know, but it's
the
back
North
there,
Fork of
so
Paint Creek.
You'd have some kind of water supply.
Where are you thinking about bugging out to?
Out by
Over
where
by
28.
Harold's.
You know where 28 wise off of 50.
Mm-mm.
If you go out Western Avenue turns into 50, right? You go through Slate Mills, the gas station with the greenhouse.
Mm.
That big road that wise off to the right, it's like a minute, if not less.
Like towards Harold's.
Yeah, I know. I had a good idea where
Okay.
it's at.
well,
yeah.
I would be going to the second left. And like there's like 3 or 4 roads right there, and they're all connected into little communities.
I would take the right.
You're going to go on 28?
Well, if I went
Yeah.
to my buddies
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, that's good. More than
He's gonna
if
camp
we're
out.
better.
Well, I was just saying that if he went in that area, if we left from here, I know somebody in that. Why would I have to leave my house? Yeah, why am I going to leave my house, D?
to get supplies to be. Do you have enough here to protect yourself? And
yeah.
Well, we got
you
enough
know your
food.
you know your neighbors well enough to trust them to help watch.
Oh, no.
See, okay, now out there, that's where my grandma lived. So I've been out there since I was born, and my grandma was out there before that. So we kind of know all the neighbors. So you could probably have a closer community and like standing watch, because people are going to come and try to take your stuff. But if you could put up a big fence around just those communities and kind of, keep people out.
Wouldn't
But
that make you more of a target, though, too?
it'd make you a hard target as opposed to being an easy target.
I don't know. If I was going to rob a community, I would wait for the one that you were at. I'd be like, is that Deke over there? And it's Deke's grandma and Deke's grandma's neighbors. Perfect.
Perfect. Well,
They
I
put a
mean,
big fence. Like, I can't jump a fence.
well, I guess that's where you get shot. The next scene is you've been shot on the ground, like hanging off the fence. Like, I got one trying to come over, Dad. Good job, son. We got to protect ours in these rough times.
Are you thinking about zombies?
No,
Okay, just regular people. So
those
if
are just
someone-
people trying to rob you.
Someone just jumped your fence, you're gonna shoot them. What if they were jumped your fence and they were running from someone? What if they were lions? What if the Columbus Zoo like broke out and
Well,
Lions
I'll try
everywhere.
to shoot the lions next.
yeah? That's happened before. Like tigers have gone out at zoos and they've
Okay,
attacked
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I would shoot it next. Hopefully, it didn't jump the fence.
I mean, it probably would, 'cause you probably have like a 7-foot fence. That lion could totally jump it.
Yeah, probably. Well, I hope I get him from my vantage point with
Where
a
are you
rifle.
gonna get the fence from, though?
What do you mean? From anywhere? Carter Lumber's right down the street. I'll go take it or buy
What
it.
if that dude's out there on the side of his lumberyard?
I'll
with
buy
a
it from
shotgun,
him.
But there's no money.
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
I was gonna go somewhere else with that.
I mean, I'm getting some chain link fence.
Okay.
I would be pretty insistent upon getting it.
Well,
And it's really close, so it's not much risk going really close to where it's at.
well, there's no electronics, so your debit card does not work.
My neighbor, 2 houses up,
Has a
on a
bunch of
Fry
gold?
Drive, horses.
Horses, okay.
And my dad has a trailer out there, so perfect. Ha ha! Dream Slayer, you can't touch me.
Well, I was thinking.
You can't touch my community.
automatic first thought was no debit card. Okay, fine. Okay, Deke probably has what?
Cash.
$13 on him at all times.
But what do you need cash
I'll go
for?
with that.
Probably.
Apocalypse.
Anyway, I wouldn't be offering. Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
offering.
you'd have to barter.
I'd be offering food, medical supplies, or obviously guns or safety. Like, hey man, you just work here? Oh, you don't give a shit? The owners probably don't even live in the state? Okay, well, how about this? I take you back with me and we keep you safe until someone can get here. All we want is everything we want and can carry out of here for free right now. Boom, everything free.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We have safety.
I would probably make Bunny build me a ginormous greenhouse. Maybe I make him build it out of bottles.
Yeah, have you seen the water bottle greenhouses?
I think I may have seen that. Did they use beer bottles or no?
Water bottles.
Water bottles, yeah.
Like just 20-ounce water bottles.
Does it involve cutting them up?
No, gluing them together.
I think so. I think
No.
it's glued.
How do you glue them together?
I didn't read the directions on it, but they looked glued together.
Wouldn't there be gaps?
Maybe there's hot.
Do you put something over top of all of them, or
Can you find it, Marlena?
cheap store water bottles, or like real good water bottles?
No, like
No,
just
cheap
tw-
stores like garbage, like trash, like that.
24 for a $3.
Yeah.
Now I've not seen that one. Sounds interesting though. I'd
Yeah.
probably be good at making it,
It had a wood frame a little bit, like
just to give it strength.
yeah. I feel like I should look it up.
You can
No,
make a
I'm looking
greenhouse
it up.
out of just like 2-layer plastic. Like it's cheap. I have a huge roll of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? On like any frame, PVC, any scrap frame you can find, even if it's just like 2 things right in the middle.
I keep seeing things that you can make with pallets.
Oh yeah, that's big now. Well, Jeremy made stuff with pallets, a manure composter,
He's Mr. Pallets. He just pulls
Yeah.
pallets out all the time.
compost.
I don't know
thing.
where.
I'm gonna try to
can
bring it
build
up
stuff with
on the.
You got allergies or something? What's going
I
on
have
over
a
there?
cold or something right now.
Ew, gross.
Maybe yeah. I
Don't speak directly this way. I don't want any colds.
Or it could be allergies. I don't know. I do get.
It's probably allergies.
I have been sneezing, but that could be a cold too, right?
But obviously, guns are going to be an issue, and I'd have to go get my wife. So I would go to my dad's first, try to get that horse, and I would ride that horse through town to get my wife.
I would like to make a reality show of you and your wife, like roughing it.
Okay,
So
here's
I'd like
one.
to
Let
hear
me.
Sarah.
Yeah,
after.
but they've already done that.
She's roughed it like no electronics, nothing with you for more than 2 weeks.
No, there's been reality TV shows like that. There's like 3 of them out there right now where there's a guy and a girl and they go rough it, or a partnership and they go rough it. That's not new. No one wants to see me doing that. I'd be too successful. They'd be like, oh, it's easy. Then people would probably go out, get hurt, sue the show. It'd be a whole big thing.
We're trying
found
to.
it.
Oh, we got 0. Trying to get the. There we go.
Yeah, man, I think I got the works of a good movie here.
Oh crap!
Whoa, what happened?
What happened? Oh, it's good. It'll be
Okay,
back.
it's back.
I'm trying to get what we have on the.
I can't see. I can't get that greenhouse any bit bigger. But you
Do
can
you see
kind of see
that?
it. What? Do I see what?
Wait. Let me go to. Yeah. Should be on.
How much is that supposed to cost to make?
I have no idea.
Do you guys see that on your? Is there a greenhouse on your thing?
A greenhouse? Negative.
What do you see?
I
It's-
see you and
I'm
Deke
looking at the phone right now.
and me.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh crap! 15 seconds. Let me go back. There we go. It's probably gonna take.
Oh, something's happening. Oh, there it was.
Bam, yeah.
See,
You
yours
see
is
it?
even further behind. Yeah.
Okay, so I can do some different pictures now.
Yeah.
Oh, that one sucks.
I
Alright.
think the other one, this one right here, that looks like a tent, kind of.
There's how they're just stacking these. It looks like they're cutting the bottoms out and like stacking them into each other.
That's probably. See, I don't want to cut 50,000 bottoms out.
See, that's what I was telling him. If he did it, that would all it would mean would he would go out there, he'd build the frame, and then every day he'd be like, "How many bottles did you glue together today, baby?" Like, what? You had like 2 hours before you went to work. You weren't gluing bottles.
There's 2 liters. Here's looks like 2-liter bottles. Let me zoom. There we go. See that? No,
Mhm.
not yet. Do you? It'll be 15 seconds probably.
That's the first thing I think I'd do. I'd build a greenhouse and I'd plant a whole bunch of food.
Yeah. But in the winter you can't grow in a greenhouse.
You can't the whole winter.
You have to have it underground. I can be like dug into the ground too. Are you seeing that one? The 2-liter one?
So that's why people always have pot. Underground?
G&W carbon cap. You see that?
Mhm.
Anybody? Okay, I'm making sure
Totally
everything's
see it.
working.
We got it.
Deke's zoned out, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
So why
I was,
why can't you have a like?
I was reading about the solar flare.
Oh. Why can't you what, Marlene?
Why can't you grow food in the wintertime with a greenhouse?
Who said you can't?
Heated. He
I
just
think it
said.
gets too cold. You have to have it underground.
What if you heat it somehow?
Like how?
What do you mean how?
Well, you can be cheap about it. Put a fire in the middle of
Electric.
it.
Or, steam, propane, natural gas. I don't know, any other way that you can heat something. And if it's, if it's got a lot of sun coming in, that plastic will hold out air and it'll keep a lot of heat as long as you got sun. Now at night, it might be a different story. You'd have to find some way to heat it through the night also.
Some of these are pretty cool.
Mhm.
Oh, that would look. Wait, I gotta go back. Shit, I can't. There was one that looked like it was those big 5-gallon ones, or whatever they are.
5-gallon.
Big water bottles.
Hmm.
Let me go back here. Whatever this is. I don't know what it is. It's just a.
Have you ever seen the greenhouses that have fish in them also, and they're like a full cycle?
No.
I've heard about them.
What, in
I
the
think
water,
maybe like
in
I've seen like
water?
a smaller version of it,
All
but
right, I'm
not
gonna
like a
cut
big
back to
one.
the.
Well, they have them in some cities, like bigger cities, and like they're big. They get hundreds of pounds of food. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are in communities, like in the cities.
Hmm.
They just get like 4 city lots, and they have these greenhouses, and like the plants grow. And when things fall off of them, they go into I think they feed the fish, and then the fish fertilizer it goes into the plants. Then things grow out of that, and the water just cycles through where the fish are at. So because you got to have a big holding tank anyway to water them. So you kind of use both of those things. I can't remember what the name of the fish they breed. There's a certain fish that they like to use because it grows pretty quick. They don't mind living in. Well, I don't know how much they mind it or not, but the spaces is pretty cramped and you can get a lot of them in there. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. They seem like a good bit of work though. I mean, you'd have to take care of that.
Yeah.
It would require a couple hours a day.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
That's why you'd have to hire somebody.
Exactly. And somebody may do it for very cheap, maybe half of the food or something like that.
Yeah. You got a plan? You got a bug out plan? You got a bag ready?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got 3 bags ready.
I've
don't
got
have
no
a-
bags.
I have no vehicle.
Here's
though.
the thing. I
no
asked
bug out
Marlena
vehicle.
what she would pack first if her went for her bug out bag. What'd you say?
Ibuprofen.
It's a good call.
Okay, that was like third.
I don't remember what I said.
First was like
Tampons.
Yeah, I said
moisturizer or something.
Shoes. I said I did not put moisturizer. I said like shoes, tampons.
I was watching TV earlier, and then this
Tampons
commercial.
are gonna be like
Gold.
gold.
Then this commercial came up, and it was a lady like running this track and doing all this like outside obstacle course stuff, and then she hit the wall and paused, like sideways climbing up the wall, and she's like, "I'm so glad I'm wearing a extra active tampon today, or else this would have been a mess." And then she like goes back to doing the wall.
Wow.
I
Is
thought it was
there-
going to be I thought it was a Nike commercial. I thought it was anything but that, and then they just got me right in the middle, like tampon commercial. I was like, oh, I cannot believe that.
I don't think an extra active. I don't think there's really any big difference.
Difference,
between
yeah.
them.
Darn you, TV, you got me again.
Like, yeah, I need these active. Then I'm gonna have to buy Sarah the active ones.
Well, what's going on? What are you writing down now?
I was just doodling. I am sorry.
I don't think Bunny brought any subjects with him today. Did you? Did you bring
No.
any subjects?
I didn't bring any
I
subject.
don't think so. Besides your muscles.
I got one that says, gosh, that's good. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is more dangerous than nuclear weapons. AI. Would you like to comment on that?
We have no comments tonight. Karaoke took 2 weeks off. I'm pissed.
We're gonna have to go trolling on
Canada.
his show then.
Yeah, troll his show.
Yeah, I don't even know when it comes on. It's
I
probably
don't either.
random to
It
keep
is.
from trolls.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
that's how we should do it.
Yeah.
Troll bastard.
I don't know what show I can watch though. Ice fishing, or Let's Talk About Hockey. We should do the Let's Talk About Hockey. I could do that.
I don't think he does though. I don't think he does it really.
Oh, he just has them and they're fake.
He might have did one.
That's a dick move. You know, if you're gonna have a channel, use it.
Well, maybe he just
Yeah,
does
Project
different subjects.
Badass.
We do stuff from that. Like
Oh,
sometimes when we're loading our boats or about ready to get in for a trip, or getting ready for a trip, like we just go live and
Here we are, getting ready.
yeah.
You don't go live on the trip?
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
Bunny,
most generally
what's
you
this-
can't.
When you did your voiceover.
My
for
name's
that-
Hardline.
Okay, sorry, Hardline. When you
I
did
know.
that-
I'm like, who's she? Is this? Who else? Is she talking to Alf? That's not Alf's name.
That's an Alf.
That's Alf.
That's not a bunny.
It's not Bunny.
Well, when you did your voiceover for Project Badass, were they all gay? Because did you not hear your? We're getting ready to go camping.
I did. I said it.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna ride canoes.
Here we are in the woods. Woo woo.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Ayo, ayo.
Make a fire.
Fire time. Ayo, ayo.
Get out the marshmallows.
S'mores.
It's fun though. What can I say? It's fun.
Do you ever like hunt or like do you fish when you're out
Fish,
camping?
fish more than hunt.
How do you
I've
cook your
never
fish?
been camping and hunting. How do you fish with poles? You just take a pole. Usually you would be canoeing or
Well,
something
how
like
would
that.
you how would you cook your fish?
What do you mean?
On a fire.
Yeah, but like what?
You gut
do
it.
you have like a
take out
pan to cook it in?
Yeah.
Or would you take one of your old pork and beans, eat the pork and beans, and then like use a little fish grease or like?
Gut it. Take out all the guts. You can leave the head on and everything. You can even leave the scale on. You don't even. I mean, it's better to rinse it and scale it if you can, but you don't even have to do that. Stick a Y fork just like right up through the head. Catch it under the head and the gills, and put it over top of the. You want it like more on the smoke of the fire, and it takes a long time to cook. I mean, it's not something that's going to be done in a half hour. It's
What? Fish?
Yeah, it's got to cook to get the. You know, I mean,
You're smoking
there's
it.
viruses and things that live in this water. You want to rinse it really good and try to clean it off as best you can, but the easiest way to make sure that it's good enough to eat is to cook it up to a certain temperature. So you want to have the whole thing all the way through cooked to like, you know.
Do you ever
200
find
degrees.
eggs in like birds' nests and then cook those?
I'd like to say that I have, but I haven't. I've been too afraid to get like a half bird in one and then have to eat it because you can't kill it and then not eat it. I mean, that's just wrong. So I've been a little worried about the roulette. You'd have to get it like real early
Can't you
spring, I
spin
guess.
it?
See if it floats or something. I don't know. There's several things that you can do, but I don't
Spin
know.
it.
I just never took that chance. But hey, let me put it on my list. Eat an egg from a nest. And,
That bird's gonna be pissed if she finds out you have granola in your freaking backpack, though.
yeah, I'll leave her some granola in exchange.
I killed your baby. Here's some granola.
Eat an egg from a nest while camping. I'm going to leave that open to reptiles also because it just says egg.
Reptile eggs?
What type of reptile would you find out like around
Turtles.
here?
Turtle eggs.
Snakes.
Yeah, I would probably, I guess a snake egg, yeah, if I had to. Turtle
Would you
eggs.
eat snake if you caught one?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to. I'd eat a dead person if I had to.
Duck-billed platypus.
Yeah, I'd eat that. I'd eat a skunk.
Do they come in an egg? Or
Yeah,
are they
I think
like
so.
born?
No, I think duck is one of the only mammals to
Lay an
be
egg?
hatched. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Duck-billed platypus, yeah, it does lay eggs.
That's
But
crazy.
okay, it's on my list because I think you should be able to find out what eggs are good to eat or not. I think that's an important thing.
Yeah.
And I know that people traveling across the Wild West used to do that. You know, right? You want some
Yeah.
eggs? Go find a bird nest. Get some eggs. It's spring. All right.
Yeah.
And you know, if you leave the natural oils on the egg that they keep much longer in just like a root cellar, you can put them in a root cellar and they'll keep 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
If you don't rinse off that coating that the egg
Really?
they put on it, yeah.
That's weird.
No, that's not weird. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's weird that just that coating. What the hell does that coating do?
It's oil and some other things that creates an airtight bond.
Oh, so air's not getting to the
I thought
inside.
most eggs were airtight, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, a shell is pretty porous.
Yeah.
It may take a while, but I mean, it's not
Well,
permanent.
nothing's
It's
getting
permeable.
out.
No, liquid's getting out. A liquid molecule's bigger than an air molecule.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I've heard it's not.
Well, I believe it is.
He sometimes likes to just argue.
Well,
Well, I heard that. You
I'm
told
just
me
moving
that.
on. I'm not
I
going to
didn't
argue
tell
about
you
it.
that.
Because you sometimes like to just argue.
What did I tell you? Air molecule is bigger than a.
Water, yeah, it was bigger than a water molecule.
I think I was right, actually.
Air
now
molecule
you're
is
saying-
bigger than a water
I don't know if
molecule.
you-
I don't think that is correct.
Somebody told me that, and I was like, what? It had to be her.
Is it a certain type of air molecule, or is it all air
Is
molecules?
it air and a certain type of water?
No, air's smaller.
Yeah, like
That's what I always
oxygen,
thought.
yeah, nitrogen.
That's what
these
I always
things are
thought, but
smaller.
you-
No,
Yeah.
it's totally smaller. I don't remember ever saying that. I think you just
H2O.
made up that I said that. because there's-
Hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. That's
There's no-
3 air molecules.
Yeah.
Hydrogen's an air molecule. Oxygen's an air molecule.
Hydrogen's lighter than air.
Yeah, it is. Hydrogen is the lightest element we have, I believe. It's the most common.
So, it's
It's
hydrogen
one.
and air.
Yeah, that makes water.
Yeah. But they're both hydrogen's lighter than air.
Did
I
you
don't
just have an epiphany?
I don't get his argument. Like, what is he?
I don't know. What did I say in the
He doesn't
beginning?
know what he's arguing about. He's just arguing.
I said
Well, you make a valid point there. What you're saying is correct.
buoyancy or no, it wasn't buoyancy. It was like I really don't know.
Now, see, that's a different kind of apocalypse. If AI takes over,
We're screwed.
I mean, that's not like all electronics going away. This is that they can watch you anywhere at all times.
Yeah, but the
They can-
government's already doing that.
Yeah,
so.
that's true, but that's still human, not
It's still-
artificial.
It's still taking, they have to have a lot of manpower to watch all of us and
Yeah.
watch all the boring, dumb shit that we do.
Or they just record it, and when something interesting happens with you, they look through your history.
Probably.
That's exactly what
That's more
happens. Oh,
likely.
that's an interesting name. What's he been doing for the past 5 years? Cool.
Cool. That's so cool.
Every keystroke, every phone call, every, text.
Gotcha.
What was the movie? Oh, man, they did a movie about that, didn't they? Eagle Eye, something like that?
Mhm.
The Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
I heard he's an asshole.
Yeah, it probably is, but I like his movie.
But I don't know you, Shia LaBeouf, and I know you watch the podcast every Sunday. So, I'm not saying you're an asshole. I just said I
I've
heard,
heard it from other
from
people.
other people, buddy.
And I was like, no, man, no.
But, if you still want to come on next week, you're still welcome.
I'm sure he's totally going to come on.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
can ask
that's
about
what he
Indiana
said.
Jones and that horrible ass Indiana Jones movie that they made.
With him in it.
Yeah.
The Crystal Skull
Crystal
or
Skull.
something.
He was in that.
That was a huge letdown. Yeah, that,
That
was
was
him.
his first big movie, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so. He was doing Transformers
Before that. No,
I don't know what he was
after
doing
that.
before that.
After
Probably
that.
like Disney.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say something about the AI taking over, and then I totally spaced
Yeah, what was
out.
the AI?
I don't know, just some type of where there's an intelligence that is not under our control out there.
Oh.
Why
and
does
they can
everything
do
need to be
anything.
under our control, though? We always worry about shit like
Artificial
Well, I
intelligence.
just think it'd be
sorry.
better to have something that could rule the planet under our control, my control.
I
I
wonder
don't
what
really
its
want it under
interest would
anyone
be.
else's control.
Because its interest, like its total interest, would be completely different than ours.
It's
If you
true.
think about it, like all of our, like everything we need. What do we think about? Food,
Water,
water,
shelter,
shelter, sex.
sex.
What else is there? That we, I don't know.
You don't know.
So we would
trying to
survive
think
a
of-
solar flare pretty easily because you can get all those things, right? Pretty easily.
Yeah,
If they're-
food, water, sex. I mean, it cut down on the porn industry, but I'm sure people just.
Ah,
What,
I
the
doubt
solar
it.
flare would?
Well, no, if all the-
Prostitution would make a comeback if
If
it
all
did.
I don't think prostitution took a hit because
You're
of
right.
porn.
It
Hey,
never
wait,
has.
wait.
It's the oldest profession, still the best.
How?
selling.
Here's what I really don't understand. I don't condone it, but how can they make prostitution illegal? You could go out and you can have sex with anybody you want for free.
Well,
But if you get paid $1 for it, it's illegal.
it's like they want to try to control your morality, and you're right. This is something that you shouldn't be able to tell another
Well, I
person
get
not to
certain
do.
like situations. It should be regulated
Yeah.
because a lot of men.
So
can
you're thinking
convince
like Las
women-
Vegas or something?
Yeah, can convince women to go and do this, or like younger children, or like someone that's young and
Right. Well,
impressionable.
people could be, what's it called, solicited into it, or, if it were legal everywhere, people could be forced into it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
As
No,
well.
I don't think they could be forced. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they
Well,
could.
it's not like people. It is illegal, and people are forced into it anyways.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it would be even worse probably because it's going to be more open.
Do you ever get offended when you're solicited? Have you ever been solicited? Either of you two?
What do you mean, like tried to be picked up by a
Someone tried to
hooker?
pay you for sex. Yeah,
Oh,
Someone tried to pay me.
I know.
fuck.
I know. That's why I asked.
Happens
if
all
either-
the time.
I know. I mean, why don't you
Because
just
if it
ask
happened
me?
to either one
Why
of
don't you
you-
just ask me how do you spend every day between 10 and 12 or
That's
10
why-
and 8?
That's why I don't like going to Kroger alone.
Mhm.
Every time.
Yeah, every
I can't go
time.
anywhere in public.
I just want a donut, okay, from Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, I don't want to do sex. Sex things.
I don't care how much money you got. No, I've never been solicited, or I've never also solicited any.
That's nice. You never.
I was.
I don't mind. Yeah, if someone else wants to
You
do whatever
once-
they want.
You once what?
I once had a hooker tried to jump in my truck.
I need a ride. Can I get her? No, I'm leaving.
No, I was going up to get something. I ordered wings at this bar in Portsmouth, and I pulled up, and I went to unlock my door, but I hit the window. She was across the street, and I hit the window and like down. I was like, oh, up, like and she saw the window go.
That's the sign. That's the international sign, I guess.
I'm like, oh my god, that's a sign. 'Cause she comes running across.
Don't
the street.
make eye contact.
Like coming by the truck, I'm like, what the hell? She comes over by, starts to get the door handle and open the door, and I locked the door real quick. And I was like, why? She's like, are you waiting for someone? I'm like, no. God, no. I'm gonna get my wings. I'm not looking for nobody or waiting.
How many hookers have you hung out with?
That was the only one.
That
No,
you know of.
He's hung
Oh.
out with other hookers before.
Have I?
Yeah, you have.
How do you?
Oh, I did hang out
You
with a
told me a
hooker
story.
Oh, yeah,
once.
you told me a story. Someone else was
In
saying that
Columbus.
someone else in your family was talking about you with a hooker somewhere.
That was just for a brief moment. in
Really?
his
Somebody
life.
in my
Somebody, yeah, it was.
Are you sure they weren't just mad at an old
Oh, I thought
flame
it was
that
the
he
fu-
had, and
No, it
they
was
were?
the funniest story. It was. I ran into a hooker after a UFC in Columbus. Didn't know it was a hooker, but was just hanging out. Then she ended up finding out she was a hooker, and I think I hooked her up with like
You inadvertently
certain
pimped.
somebody's bodyguard at the UFC that has something to do with UFC. I'm not going to say anything about that. They were basically whatever. I'm not even going to say anything about the UFC.
He's not
but
going to name their names.
I'm saying no names or anything, but money was made, and she got us a ride back to our hotel.
Okay.
She was a nice hooker.
Yeah, it was
I've ran into all sorts of hookers.
What he's saying,
And
he's
then-
inadvertently pimped somebody out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
did.
Yeah.
Wow. The thing, like, you didn't even know it was happening. You just walked into pimping. Like,
I did, and
stepped into pimping out
here's
on the
what it
street,
was:
like,
was
oh.
she didn't know anybody, and I was like, "Do you know who that is?" And because she didn't know, and I only know. It's not like I know them. And she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, give me some work."
Give me
And
some
so
more.
I was so drunk at that time because this is my birthday weekend. I was just smashed that night, and I didn't care to just run up and say, "Hey,
Hey, man.
you guys need an escort?" Oh, you mean hookers?
I guess.
Is that illegal? What I did?
Potato,
I didn't do anything-
potato.
Yeah. It's
I didn't
totally
do
illegal.
anything illegal.
You asked
I
them
didn't
if they
make any
needed-
money off of it.
You don't have to make money.
You
It's
said
totally
escort,
legal.
right?
Escort.
What
Yeah,
if they do
that's-
on their own times, their own issues?
Yeah, I said escort. They said hookers.
Once you said yes,
No, I didn't say yes.
then it's soliciting,
Did I say
I
yes?
believe.
I don't
yeah.
Have a
Yes,
little
yes.
respect, boys.
I was like, yeah, that's that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Oh, yo, where you from, huh?
yeah, hey, watch your mouth around here, huh?
Louis Gym Rat on him. Or
Yeah.
Gym Rat Louis. There we go. Sorry.
Better watch your mouth. I squat your ass 47,000 times.
The first hooker
Troy, you beaten.
I ran into, I was like 19 or so, and we needed someone to buy us beer, and we saw a hooker. So our first thought was like, pull the car over, get the hooker to buy us beer. It worked.
She was like, no, I can't.
She didn't take your money.
Oh no, we gave her like $5. She needed a ride. We were like, we'll give you like $5. She buy us some beer, and she was like, who the fuck? She's not gonna tell anybody.
And a
She's gonna
ride.
tell. Well, yeah, we had to drop her off.
Money and be like, that's you shouldn't be drinking and driving. Get out of here, kids.
You bother me. Thanks for the ride.
Taking your
She was
$20.
giving probably $5 hand jobs to dirty Mexicans on 5th Street. So I figured
No, she does $3 hand jobs on the corner.
she probably does 2 for 1 or something. And then she got dropped off at this pretty nice house. It was her grandparents' house, but still, it was like a nice house.
Like, what are you doing? Your grandparents live there. I'm sure they got money
Yeah.
to help you get in some treatment or something.
Yeah. What's going on?
Clean up around the house and get an allowance.
I know. I used to meet all sorts of hookers when I lived in Yakima. Ton of hookers everywhere. And guys would always pull over and ask me if I needed a ride, or like offer me fruit. Just every time I walked outside. Yeah, some dude would be like, "Hey,
Would you like a
I got all
peach?
these peaches. I got all these apples," and they'd be, "Here, just come to the car."
Would you like an orange? I'm
And all my
selling
friends
these.
would always be like, "Don't go by the car. Don't walk next to
What are you
the car."
crazy? What? He's just going to give me a peach. It's the oldest trick in the book. Jeez.
He did have a bunch of fruit. I saw that guy a bunch, and he would always slow down, really, really slow. Like
He has
right
a
behind
gar-
me.
He has a garden.
Fruit.
Did he ever try vegetables?
No,
Got some
no.
tomatoes, cucumbers.
I do want one of those trees though, the 4 fruit trees, or what are they called? The rainbow.
That tree looks just about as
Where
big
they-
as our backyard.
They graft them together.
Yeah, you get 4 different kinds of fruits like apples, pears.
Oh,
Peaches.
that would be cool.
and
I bet
one
they're
tree. Instead of having
expensive,
4
though.
trees, they're like $120 or something.
What? I don't believe that.
For a small, yeah. I think it was. I was looking at them.
Can you verify that?
I didn't see the price. He just showed it to me.
How much do you think a tree like that would be? More than $125.
Maybe 125. Like
$125 a month for.
No, fruit salad tree.
For 10
Look it up.
months?
Look it up.
I got my computer closed over here.
Already, Chubbs?
Dude, it's 9:33. Chubbs.
I mean, I didn't want to use the internet space.
All right, whatever.
You're saving on our bandwidth.
Someone else can read. Look, there's no
I'll
stream,
try.
so we're all right. There's no stream.
Yeah, we're good.
No stream.
Like no one's saying anything on the stream, so I don't have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's gonna be nice?
What?
Having Greg do some production, man.
Yeah. Okay, what were we looking at?
The fruit, that tree.
Fruit salad tree.
Yeah.
Fruit salad trees for sale. Bam. All right. Fast growing fruit trees. 5 to 7 feet the first year. Yeah, I think I do. It's allergies. I do believe. I haven't had allergies in a while. I did a neti pot today.
That's disgusting.
You don't like a neti
You use
pot?
salt water.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well.
Bless you. Look at you, sneezy.
Yeah, it's killing me.
I've been feeling really wiped out too. lately,
Gosh,
but
man, I hope you guys just didn't get me sick tonight.
I thought it was. I went to the dentist. and
Start
stuff.
wearing my mask to the show.
Now you can grow 5 different fruit varieties from a single tree with the amazing fruit salad tree from Gardener's Collection. Imagine picking sugar-sweet purple plums in your
Is it
own
on the
backyard,
screen?
luscious peaches as big as your fist.
You want me to put it on the screen? Hold on.
Don't you think Bunny looks more and more like a little girl lately?
No, he looks more like a hippie, you know. He's growing his hair.
No, he's been mistaken for a lady a few times. Today this dude was.
No, it's in the card. Guys will do that. They'll go up like, hey, oh, whoa,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, guy.
Yeah, what's up?
Look at that sweet ass lesbian over there driving, Bunny.
Tangy, meaty nectarines, delicious apricots, and giant juicy red plums. This botanical miracle provides 5 different fruits from the same parent tree trunk. Why use up precious yard space with multiple fruit trees when you can grow an entire orchard of succulent fruit from a single plant? Not to mention that each spring your yard will be adorned with the most gorgeous blooms you've ever seen. Each hardy 3 to 4 foot fruit tree ships directly from the nursery, ready to plant with fully established roots. They quickly grow with little care to the ideal picking height of 12 to 15 feet. Now you can turn the tiniest corner of your garden into a mini fruit farm that yields bushel upon bushel of delicious fruits to share with your family and friends. Ideal for making pies, cobblers, jams, and jellies, and much, much more. The high-yielding fruit salad tree produces bushel baskets of the same prize fruits that sell in gourmet markets for as much as $5 per pound. And they're yours for just pennies. Order now through this exclusive offer and get your very...
All right, we're going to find something different. That wasn't really what we were looking for.
That was horrible.
That was from a seed, I assume.
There's no way that thing would grow from a seed. You graft them together when they're young. You cut a tree in half
Yeah,
and
that's how they do it.
squeeze them together and put ties around them.
All right, multi-apples, stone fruits. Yeah, anything with like a big
Pit.
plum, peach, nectarines. So here, we'll check that out. That's something we could grow around here.
Yes. That's a good thing to have if you're prepping.
Yeah, of course it is.
That'd be like gold.
All right.
Food would be like gold.
You can grow fruit salad trees in a pot as well.
Is
This
where-
one's in its 2nd season in this size pot. So you can see there's a graph down here. This is the yellow flesh peach. This one over here, this graft here is the yellow flesh nectarine. Over there is the white flesh peach, and that will ripen at different times. You can compare the skin colour, and you'll be picking your white peaches just a little bit before your yellow peaches, so it's different ripening times. And this is a white flesh nectarine, which will ripen at a different time to the yellow flesh nectarine. And on the back here are the blood plums, and they're much further behind in their development because you'll pick those last. So all the ripening times are different.
That's cool.
But that you can grow them in a pot as well.
All the times are different, so you can just pick them as you like. Instead of getting they're all ripe at once, you get to space it out a little bit.
It's not giving me a price though. Oh crap. Yeah, this podcast, this has been on the screen for a minute. The screen, hasn't it? Prices and order. Here we go.
Expensive. But you can't even get them around here.
I don't even know. This is. I don't know what side I was on that time. I saw it. I don't know. $30?
Oh man, that's a total fail. I don't think they're $30.
You just guessed that.
No, it's like 20.
You were like, I don't know, $30.
$28.99, $28.99, $32.99, $30. But are
Let's
these
say
seeds?
$40 at the most, probably what shipping and
I saw
handling.
120.
40, 45.
I don't know. I was really looking into it. But I'm trying to produce a podcast here, not look up stuff on the internet. I can't do it all.
You say that every time you get frustrated with anything.
Because it frustrates me. I can't do it all.
You get frustrated.
I'm only one man.
He gets pretty frustrated with all sorts of stuff. We ran out of ketchup today. He was mad about it.
Did you have it planned to buy ketchup
I
sometime?
shouldn't even be
Oh no,
eating
we're not
ketchup.
supposed to eat ketchup inside this house. We don't eat ketchup.
Yeah, it's
But
just
somebody
sugar
wouldn't
and-
let me get rid of it, and then it slowly is creeping back into the diet.
You put it on. You choose to put it on your stuff.
If it wasn't here like I tried to get rid of before,
You both make valid arguments. I have to say.
I put a bunch of stuff inside the other fridge inside the garage. It's just like random shit stuff like ranch, pickles.
it's the hidden stuff.
Can't have pickles. Too much salt.
I don't know. I thought pickles were all right,
Pickles are delicious. Yeah, there's no fat in them.
and they're vinegar
Just a cucumber and vinegar.
and salt, or maybe just vinegar. Perhaps
Just-
some
yeah.
salt. Is there salt added?
Yeah, they're salty.
It's
Yeah,
salty.
yeah.
Is vinegar salty though?
Well,
So-
vinegar is not technically salty. It's acidic, but salt, yeah, they add a lot of that to it.
Yeah, because it's a lot of sodium.
What else are we not supposed to eat?
Anything not natural.
I know, but I won't let them throw everything away. Like, it's like
Well-
we bought that. I bought like right before we went on natural, about a week before. Was it a week or 2 weeks? They decided that because they had that sale on all that barbecue sauce that you're gonna buy 5 things of barbecue sauce.
Sweet baby
Sweet
Ray's.
baby Ray's.
It's full of high fructose.
Why
corn
get
syrup.
anything else? Quit. Just why are there any other barbecue sauces in
And he
existence?
was like, "Look, baby,
I got every flavor.
they're on
Yeah.
sale."
They
and
were
he
a
just
dollar.
started
Yeah, a
getting
dollar.
They
them.
were
That's-
10 for 10.
Most generally, they cost about $1. Yeah.
Cashed in.
Sweet baby Ray's. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then he wanted to get rid of them. And I was like, no, we just bought those.
They were
It's
only
gonna
a
stay.
dollar. Could I sold them at a yard sale?
I want to try to make a dry rub.
Oh, like your
Do
own?
it.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
Brown. Yeah, man, get out of here. Get out of my head.
I'm sorry. You say dry rub, I think brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
What is
a little
that called?
garlic, some salt. What is it? What is what called?
The dry rub with brown sugar. There's a name for it. Like this.
Oh, it's.
I want to say Memphis. I want to say think it starts with the M.
The bad thing about that is you can't cook it at a very high temperature because you don't want it to, burnt sugar tastes not good.
You could slow cook it. Take it over to Harold's
That's
house.
exactly. You
Make Harold
gotta cook
cook
it
all-
low and slow.
Make Harold make it all day long.
Does he have a smoker?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. He cooks like that pork all in it all the time.
Even though he doesn't
Pork
like
ribs.
chicken or watermelon, but
Yeah.
But he likes pork.
Yep. And beef.
Why doesn't he like chicken or watermelon?
I don't know. I don't know about watermelon, but I know he doesn't like chicken. Doesn't like the texture.
Well, a lot of things have that texture, unfortunately. He likes fish.
Oh, yeah.
I guess fish is a little softer, I
Yeah,
guess.
sort of, maybe.
I don't like fish.
I do.
I like it prepared a certain way. I like fresh fish that doesn't stink heavily of like the fish smell.
Yeah.
If you get fresh fish though, it doesn't smell at all.
I think all fish taste nasty. Tastes like when you go to the ocean and you get like there's all that sea foam and everyone always tells you it's semen. And like
No.
no, it hasn't happened to any
I
of
think
you
that
guys.
was just you.
Yeah.
No, on the west
Hey, don't get
Coast-
that on your feet.
Yeah, everyone always says it's semen. well semen.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, when you see sea foam, you know.
Well,
like,
now that's the only thing I'm going to be thinking about
like,
now.
you know, like when you see those pictures of Poseidon, like
Yeah.
back in the day, and there was all those waves, and that it was supposed to be a spooge.
Okay.
With all the foam that was drawn underneath him.
I'll
I
never
remember
look at
reading
it the
that as a
same again.
child and like was like, what the.
This is weird.
But when you go to the ocean, you get a mouthful of ocean. That's what I think fish tastes like every single time. Nasty ocean water, nasty river water.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Is it your curfew, Chubbs? Is it time for your curfew?
I don't know. I don't have a clock. You got to keep me on point here.
It's not that time.
No,
then.
it's not. Chubb's got like 15 minutes.
But I'm feeling like crap. And I don't have
Oh
any
man,
more
I hope you
topics.
guys aren't sick. You think you guys are sick?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I have allergies.
Think about it. Think about the whole podcast.
If you're healthy, you won't get it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It'll be in my body, and then it'll strike when I'm at my weakest. I am not.
Hopefully-
I am not healthy.
Don't make yourself weak.
Well, he would have to start working out.
Exactly. I have not started my workout routine again. I got to start hiking again so I can make this mountain trip. I got to go climb a mountain in 2 months.
Are you gonna try to get yourself into shape before then?
Oh, I have to. There's no way I can. I'm almost 230 pounds. There's no
Jesus.
way I can hike up that much with that much weight on my back and then my own weight on my knees. I got to get down to at least under 200.
You better get the fuck on it.
I know.
And I said that.
You got 2 months? Well,
Yeah.
you could probably do it.
I can do it. I can
Yeah,
drop
but
weight
still,
pretty
like-
quick. Just to get 30
But
down.
not about just dropping it. It's about, being healthy and doing it, being strong still.
Well, I think I'll be all right. 2 months.
You
What
just have
type
to
of
really
exer-
pick up your cardio.
What type of
Exactly.
exercise routine are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna go hike. And
Do
walk, bike.
don't do distance. Should do sprints and bursts and things like that. It'll build your cardio faster,
Okay.
and it will transfer over to distance things. If you just do distance, that won't transfer over into like
Yeah. Okay.
stair stepping, mountain climbing type shit.
Yeah. I think Monday we're gonna go out to Buzzard's Roost or Buzzard's Nest. What is it up there?
It's Buzzard's Roost.
Buzzard's
That's
Roost.
the
Yeah.
place I was telling you that we should go. That's right. down
Hike.
the
We're gonna
street.
hike down to the water, then all the way back up to the peak. I'm gonna go do that Monday if you guys want to go.
tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll be
He's
working
busy.
When are your days off?
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh shit! You got 2 good days off. That's not what normal people have.
Yeah, mainly Sunday though.
Well, you guys could go out anytime then.
hmm
I like it out there. It's not very big, but it is pretty not breathtaking, I guess. It's just it's a nice little spot, man.
Are there ticks out there?
There's ticks everywhere.
Yep.
You just gotta look for them when you get back and get them off of yourself.
Whatever.
All right. All right, I'm done.
Yeah,
done,
wrap it up
Bunny?
early, man.
Yeah, it's just I'm really not feeling it.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
wrap it up. It's
everybody.
only 15 minutes
You're
early. I want to
feeling
get out of
it.
the sick room too.
Yeah, we're breathing sick air.
Look at him.
All right,
Looks like the
episode-
perfect NyQuil commercial.
I know.
It's allergies. Episode 41 of the Blue Wall Podcast. Yeah, look at my hair. It's all.
I know.
I just-
You look like the dude from The Big Lebowski. You're Lebowski. I'm Lebowski. No, man, I'm the dude.
All right.
Next Sunday we'll have a tech guy. So
Chubbs and Hardline will be
signing off. Yeah.
Yep.
We may have an official come in, no problems, do some checks before the going live, and everything will be perfect. That would be weird.
And we'll see you later, Blue Wallers and Blue Ballers, and what is it? Oh, and we love you all, Blue Wallers and Blue Ballers. Yeah, that's it.